Okay. Hey, Funky Goat, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Okay, I need to adjust my timing to make sure that that jump is a little bit better. Ultimately, it'll save me a lot of extra time. Oh, I've been alright. I kinda got a bit of a late start to my stream, because, like, somebody was saying that my stream program was, like the stream program I use has malware or something, and I didn't catch the joke that it was just sarcasm. So I ended up fussing with it and getting rid of it, and then having to uninstall it, and it's... So, my day has been weird, I guess. Otherwise, it's just been chores and whatnot. I really need to shape this level up, because, like, it's weird that it's weird that this is one of the harder levels for me. I don't know why. It's like, it's nothing really special with it. It just kind of tends to escape my radar, I guess. So, hold up. I want to try something, honestly. I think I know something that neat I could do. I don't think I see anybody do usually, so... Hey, Cardboard Box, welcome to stream. How's it going? Things are looking good. I kind of got started late because of some awkward stuff with my streaming application, but it's looking good, it seems. Okay, I think if I do a interesting little jump, pull back. This is not something for my normal route, but I kind of want to try some... I want to try and see how the future, or the good future path would be. But I think there's a very specific way I can do this, and... think that would have to be a little bit more efficient than what it's used in the actual Good Future. Okay, not barring this part. I forget that this thing is so annoying to get into. I'm kind of unfocused right now, I guess. I've had a weird night, so my brain is kind of shot, I guess. But I know there's like a specific way to get the Good Future path. I should probably stop practicing it, because I don't need to actually be practicing some bad things, or some things that are going to mess up my muscle memory. Hey, Antifreeze, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Just that little jump at the very beginning really gives Sonic a lot of extra momentum. Hopefully I don't mess that up during a normal run, because it's pretty basic tech, but like... Okay, I keep lingering on that jump and I end up not getting a full high out of it like I'm supposed to. Normally I'm supposed to do the high path on this level, but I keep just kind of messing it up, I guess? It's weird, because it's not a hard jump. It's just, the slope, considering you're going by so fast, the slope kind of is a relatively small window to jump at. I think I remember seeing, if it's that one guy who does all those talks about animation, I think I've seen that video. Are they the one that go off about like mascot syndrome with all the 3D characters? Because I think I remember them talking about how I remember them talking about how Sonic's run animation was kind of weird in this game, considering it doesn't have as much up and down bobbing as the one in Sonic 1. I mean, I think it makes this one a little bit less disorienting, honestly, so I can't say it's a bad change, but I get what that guy is saying. Well, the peel out is such a banger animation that I feel like it kind of makes up for the whole running animation being a little bit less momentum-y than past Sonic games. Okay, it seems like jumping too far over there will kind of get me stuck at that weird little part with the enemy, and that doesn't actually do me any good. Okay, I think I'm getting a bit more of a grasp on this. Overall, getting like a 23 is still better than getting a time of like 34, like I somehow got. I am very disappointed in myself for messing that up, but I still had a really good run yesterday, so... Disappointed, yes, but ultimately... I'll figure it out. This is probably one of the levels I'm worst at, for some reason. In terms of just consistency, it's not really a hard level, but it's just the small things like that jump, and... Like, when I get a good time, I can get a really good time, but it's also easy for me to mess things up on it. Weirdly enough, that little jump I do at the beginning to get a lot of speed, you think it would actually cause me to have a tighter time limit? Or like a tighter time with like the jump afterwards, but I feel like it gets me engaged more so that I'm actually like prepared to do that jump. Yeah, like, this level is definitely the small mistakes definitely do add up. Like, It's not really a hard level, but if you fall off of it, it's still very concerning. So it's easy, but with the asterisk that if you mess it up, you're still gonna lose a lot of time. Whereas things like Wacky Workbench are collectively harder, but also the time you lose doesn't really affect you as much as it would in like something like this, where if you fall off, you're definitely gonna lose several seconds, if not like 10. Meanwhile, in Wacky Workbench, if you're able to control your time loss, you can still generally not have it get to any worse point. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. Certain things like Tidal Tempest, or like Tidal Tempest 2, one of my favorite ones is, or really both of them are kind of this way. It's like also really easy, but but if you mess them up, you're still going to be paying dearly with your time. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get... I think I've got a decent grasp on this level. I'm going to get to the next big thing that concerns me, is just Metallic Madness 1, because I have the possibility of beating that level in 21.5 seconds, and the fact that I tend to meander around 27, 28 is really kind of ridiculous, considering it's theoretically one of my best levels. Might need to touch up on this one too, just because I had a really good run on it last time. I got a 2850, but like ultimately that could end up, I could get like a 24 or even a 23 if I got a really good run like last time. Oh, I jumped at the wrong time, goodness. I'm kind of blue screening right here. This level is giving me a lot less problems now that I actually know the layout, at least, but... God, I really felt that I was gonna jump at the wrong time there. I know where those spikes are, but then again, I also don't know where they are exactly, like... You know, it's probably for the better that I died, just because that was a really messed up and sloppy version. I was kind of tuning out and looking at some other stuff, and while I wouldn't be doing that during a normal run, I just kind of did that and then died accidentally. Hey, Elias, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Like, I think it's funny because, like, while you can play this level, like, skillfully, it ultimately doesn't really matter that much. It's like, yeah, you can flex on Metal Sonic by getting to the end in, like, 40 seconds, but... so? It really doesn't matter. Yeah, for some reason, like, Elias, for some reason in this version of the game, well, basically, I believe the dude who does the rap lyrics of the song if this and the intro song died, so they end up like losing the rights, and they end up having to take the lyrics off of the ending and beginning themes entirely. So I hear that's getting fixed in Sonic Origins. Somehow they must have got the rights back, which, as it should be. Like, I know people, you know, retaining their rights for their music is very important, but also it's like, why take them out of a game that's been in existence for 30 years? Almost. Yeah, like, this level, I have such a mid version of this level, and it really bums me out, because this is also one of my strongest levels, in theory. Hey, Fire Madman, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Fuck, that's right. I'm supposed to slow down there. I kind of went into funny time attack mode. You know, the funny part is this would actually be absolutely ideal for a time travel thing. It's like a good future version. Okay, not like this, but let's see, something. Maybe without me dying. Or without that. I'll do it alright. There's nothing special. It's just been a long, boring day. I just wanted to try that out because I actually never managed to do that properly when I was practicing my Good Future runs, but now that I know the level better, I'm unfortunately able to time travel there. That could be a really good thing or a really bad thing, depending on which route I'm taking. Hey, Nightman, welcome. How's it going? Sonic Frontiers' new trailer? I mean... Oh. I swear to God, this level... I want to play the game and then Eggman's actually like, oh, actually, wall. Sonic Frontiers' new trailer, it looks pretty good. Like, I don't really have anything outstanding to say about it, like... I'm hoping it turns out to be a good game, because, like... I think Sonic deserves to win after all this time. Okay, God. I'm surprised I managed to get such a good okay, not such a good version of Metallic Madness, but such a not mid version of Metallic Madness, because this level is very, very concerning to me still. Like, I could definitely do better than 25 seconds. I am kind of... I'm saying this even though I absolutely just stomped whatever I used to do when I was younger. I'm pretty sure my best time was probably like 24.5 seconds. Oh, yeah. Oh wait, I'm gonna get the funny checkpoint. Oh, really? How did I not hit the checkpoint? I mean, I'm not complaining because it makes it easier for me to actually restart the level, but, you know. I'm very excited for Sonic Origins too, just because, like, you know, Drop Dash is gonna make these levels a lot easier. Plus, I really wanna try to run the other games, especially if they also have drop dash. Like Sonic 1, if it was a good game, honestly. I mean, I say that even though Sonic 1 is a pretty solid game. I'm gonna time travel right here. God, really? I hate this level. This is actually kind of one of the most complex levels in the game, I think. Because this is one of those levels where it just... You have to maintain your momentum to actually fly through it, but there's so many things that just kind of... It's theoretically a simple level in the pathway you have to take. So, like, at least that's easy, but the intricacies are really where it falls apart, because you still have to maintain some good speed and make sure you don't fumble at a certain few points that could really ruin your time. Like, those springs you have to make sure to not hit. You have to make sure to jump on this whole slope to actually retain your speed. You have to jump through past the piston just perfectly, you have to jump past the second set of springs just perfectly. Okay, I guess it's not hard. Each and everything isn't really hard, but it's hard to do collectively as a single run. And anything going wrong, I'm pretty sure some of these things are on cycles. I'm not 100% sure, but like just messing some of them up can just ruin the entire flow of the level. I want to practice this more, because honestly, this is probably one of the worst... It's not one of the worst levels, but... It's one that I can very easily get rusty on, and it requires a lot of not rust to actually do anything decent on it. You know, because in the past, like, 5 or so minutes, I feel like I've shown off about just every single way you could possibly get this level wrong. And, you know, that's essentially why I'm concerned. I've got crushed, I've gotten time traveled in multiple locations, hit springs, you know, both sets of springs actually, fell down that one more chute I'm supposed to use to gain speed instead. Like, that's also something that can happen. You can die there. Like, this level is extremely dangerous. And also just extremely obnoxious, good god. I feel like I want to start doing runs, especially because I started really late, but I feel like in good conscience, I can't just, like, let this level go unpracticed, because it's been quite a while since I've actually done it. This is what I call, like, the second fastest route. If you time travel right here, then you end up just kind of... You can get a time that's pretty comparable to the best route within probably, like, a second and a half, I think, of the best route, but it's just a little bit slower because you don't really get to do everything quite as efficiently. I wouldn't complain if I got it, but it's just, you know... It's also very risky because it requires, you know, actually keeping your time travel around in the first place, which that can go dreadfully wrong. If you don't do this set of jumps right, then you can end up time traveling in a wrong way and getting stuck in the wall, or... Well, getting stuck in the wall is an instant run-in, but... Like, ending up on the other side of the wall is also just kind of a delayed run-in, because it loses, like... God, like... Probably 18 seconds, I think, on optimal strategy. Oh, okay. It's baffling to me that you can actually jump over that somehow. I would just assume that's impossible because it sure looks like you can't fit through that, but... Okay, I'm jumping too early there. Oh, this level's a nightmare to actually practice. It's why I don't practice it very much, because there's so many things that can go wrong with it that it's both engaging to me, but I also feel extremely just distraught trying to practice this level, because it's very stressful, and I tend to feel like I'm not learning anything. Well, that's actually a good time, though. Pretty sure I could get like a 21 something with this. Okay, not with that, but... Oh, God. That's still a really difficult, like, spring jump to actually do, because you have to not be so far forward. You have to jump on the very far left side of the spring so you don't, like, flip the wall and lose all your upwards, like, forward momentum. So it's a very delicate balance of trying to make sure you hit that side of the spring with enough forward momentum, but not too much momentum that you hit the wall before you actually, like, go upwards past the springs. It's a nightmare. Messing up the timing back there can also, like, mess up where that spring is when I actually try to approach it. I hate having to explain... Well, I don't hate having to explain it, but I hate feeling like... Basically, the level goes good, but only when you do everything absolutely perfectly. And that's the stressful part about it, because it's a lot harder to do everything perfectly in one single go than almost any level in the game, I think. If anything, I've been kind of sleeping on this level, because, like... I'm so concerned about levels like Wacky Workbench and whatnot, which kind of boil down to maybe, like, doing one or two things right. Meanwhile, this level's here and it requires you to pretty much use almost every skill you know in the game. You know, skill like speed management, management of forward momentum, you know, dodging springs, you know, avoiding time travel. Like, it pretty much just has a little bit of everything in it in the worst way possible. Oh hey, welcome back. Yeah, it sure is Metallic Madness. I hate this level so much. Okay, I need to recalibrate whatever I'm doing with that jump. Like, I think I'm jumping a bit too late, and that's making me be a bit further forward than I'm supposed to be there. But if I hit those spikes, I'm definitely gonna be stuck by that little block that appears to block your path. So, like, that's another thing that I can't mess up. Okay, I'm messing up the middle part of the jumps. It's probably the most integral part of actually getting a good time. Everything after I get damage boost off the upside down spike is pretty important. Like, the whole time travel is third of the level. Unfortunately, this levels likes to gatekeep me, so I can't even get to that part sometimes. That's the hard part, is like, just getting every single thing in a row. won't really give me a good time, but... Like, that's the problem, is, like, I'm always getting, like, 28s and stuff when I get to the end of the level, and it's weird because I shouldn't be. Like, the only thing that changes in this level is just the little forced time travel part in the beginning, and I don't really know why that's making my level so horrible, because I used to be able to get this level on average in, like, 24 seconds, roughly. But something about that time post just really puts a lot of extra strain on how I process this level, and I don't think I've ever actually been able to reclaim my skill on this level ever since I started doing the main story mode version of it. If anything, this is the second biggest concern past, like, Tidal Tempest 3, I think. Okay, there was something good there, like... So after I jump past that little gap that I could fall down, I run past the spinning blades, I do one jump to land on one of the middle pistons, do a second jump to get to the speed shoes. After that, I basically kind of land and kind of pull backwards to cancel his momentum and that time travel before it finishes. And at that point, I'm just about to hit the springs, and I used the remaining, like, ground there to actually run forward and, like, get enough momentum to actually, like, jump over this. It's a nightmare to explain. I probably should be showing it instead of explaining it, but... Basically, just after the speed shoes, I pull back and cancel the time travel. And then I basically still manage to use my speed shoes to run forward and get enough momentum to clear that little spring area. I hate it. I used to have such a good, like... What is it? Like, it's weird because, like, the time post actually gives a good indicator on when to jump, but for some reason, I never jump in the right time still. Like, my timing there is so weird, it's somehow just extraordinarily inconsistent, even with how consistent most of the rest of the level is for me. Like, even with the little time post as, like, the audio cue for when to jump, I still find it very difficult to actually jump in the right time, for some reason. Okay, cool. I hate that jump because, like, there's like a... It feels like there's like a 1 in 20 chance that sometimes Sonic will just be like, no, and then he'll just lose all his momentum on contact, and that just sucks. Like, there's nothing I can do about that, honestly, and... So, like, if I don't clear all 3 springs, that spinning blade thing is gonna hit me. That's just kind of how it goes. If the spinning blade hits me, it makes it a lot harder to actually do the, you know, next part of the segment. I just hate this level so much. I'm guessing everybody is able to gather that, and I'm very sorry for just feeling very complainy about this right now. but this level sucks. I love this level so much because it's cool, but it sucks. Okay, I love getting the level right, but just getting any single part of this level wrong just feels absolutely like death. And sometimes the level actually kills you. Wow, that really is just kind of a fuck you of a checkpoint, honestly. The level just boots you off of the normal path, sends you down there, you get grabbed, and then, I mean, you know, yeah. What? I had such a good... I even, like, managed to stop the momentum for the time travel and then do that jump afterwards. That was, like, skillfully done, but then the game said, oh, actually, hitting the jump in that very specific pixel just makes you not, like... Hitting the slope in that specific pixel just makes the jump not work. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing a bit more now, but like, this level requires one hell of a calibration session to actually get any, like, the middle part really good at all. Plus, like, yeah, like, if you hit the spring, if you don't jump over all 3 springs, then that thing will hit you. If that thing hits you, then you won't be able to jump onto the red spring that moves side to side, because it'll probably be in the wrong place, and you won't really be expecting it. That's kind of what my... So, like, for everything to go right here, you still have to just do everything perfectly. If you don't hit the spring right, then you won't take the damage boost, which puts you in just the right position to have consistent timing with the next segment. So that means the jumping ends up being a little bit off whack because, you know, no perfect way to line up. That's why I tend to mess up that when I, kind of don't get hit. I don't really have any strong opinions on Sally or Amy, per se. I don't really think much about them. I've never read the comics, and I think they're cool, but, like, I don't really have anything interesting to say about them, because I don't really know much about Sally at all, honestly. Yeah, like, every time I get 27 seconds in that level, I really just hurt on the inside, because I know that I'm able to do so much better than that. And it's weird because, like... Again, I feel like I mentioned it earlier, but the only thing different in the level is the time travel. There's essentially nothing else about it, but for some reason I just fell off so hard with it that I am having trouble even recreating just the basic path. Okay. I don't know what happened that time, but normally around this space I'd be able to break, but for some reason by this point I'd already initiated the time travel. I kind of wonder if I slowed down a bit too much earlier on and I wasn't able to actually be far forward enough. Of course, my strategy is a little bit more volatile than the strategy the world record user does, but I'm pretty sure I'm also able to do the level better than they can if I do this properly. Normally they cancel the time travel just before the speed. In the world record run, they cancel their time travel before the speed shoots instead of after, like I do. And normally I would conform to that, but I'm pretty sure that my way is better, if not a little bit harder. But then again, like, I'm not even messing up in a way that pertains to that, I'm just messing up just doing the route in general, so... Oh, that works too, I guess. Remember, there's like this one part in... Okay. Why? Thank you, game. It's actually extraordinarily difficult to actually make a jump like that. I don't know why, but... Like, this is what I mean when I say this level is a nightmare, because there's so many things that just seem benign, but are just the worst thing ever. And I don't even think this is like... I mean, I think maybe those are kind of like a developer choice, but it's such a hostile level, and not for the reasons that, you know, you might think, like the buzzsaws or whatnot. It just... everything is badly laid out. So the weird part is I don't even do that jump right anymore. Usually I'm supposed to land just before those spikes, but for some reason I just keep not doing it right. I mean, it's probably better than time traveling there, but like... Oh god, I just want to play the game, but I'm so concerned about this level that I don't want to actually play the game if it means I'm gonna just get like a time of 35 seconds in Metallic Madness or something. Because like, I'm starting to get to this point where it's gonna be hard to get a run better than the last run I got. Now, this run I'm a little bit lucky because, like, I had a couple really bad stinkers, like, you know, Stardust Speedway I got in 34 seconds, which is 12 seconds worse than what I should be getting. And I also lost, like, 15 seconds on Tidal Tempest 2. So those are good, easy time saves, but like, for the rest of them, I'm gonna start having to actually get, like, good at the game, I guess. Because like, when easy time saves aren't guaranteed, then that's where I actually start having to like speedrun the game for real. Like, I can get, like... So, like, that... I guess that's the concerning part, is that these levels go from having to be acceptable to having to actually be exceptional. Which are two very different things, and... I mean, a time like that is no slouch, but anything over, like, 24 seconds is kind of, like, missed potential, honestly. I'm very concerned about even that, because, like, it seems like you can't miss that speed shoes thing, but it's just... But then you could just miss the speed shoes. Again, I've never missed those things before. I've missed them probably once in my time playing this level, but now it's just like a constant. Like twice in a row. This is what concerns me, is sometimes I'll develop new habits that you would think would be very rare things, but then they just start appearing very often. Okay, that's a pretty standard, decent time for that level. Thing is, anything under, like, 2350 is still better than what my best time used to be. But I still want to be aiming for, like, 2221, roughly. I mean, I wouldn't say there's any cursed thing to it, it's just that, like, this level is Sleeper actually, like, it's just a very concerning level. If I don't get it right, then it's gonna just mess me up in so many different ways. I really did get a solid run yesterday, but, like, I'm gonna have to get some more than just solid to actually get, like, up to, like, past, I'd say, like, 4th place, I think. Let me look at my... I'm gonna open up my live split right now. Come on, let's see. So... let's keep this running. Might as well have some background music. Splits. Let's see, split time. That would be... okay, so my best time, just counting all this, my optimal best would just be like a 21-7 or like 12-17. Now, let's see. You could remove like a solid like 4 seconds off that, so realistically I could get a 12-13. Just looking at my best times. And maybe subtracting based on just how much, like, how good some of my levels are, not counting all the... I'm messing up whatever I'm trying to say, I guess, but... so, like, a 12-13 ideally would put me at, like... it would put me at 4th place, honestly. Now, to get to 3rd place would be really tough, because I would have to actively get, like... 3rd place in this game is sub 12, and that's where things start getting really tough. Like, you have to start really milking the levels for all their work to get those extra few seconds out. No, I mean, heck, like, if I were to get good enough, and if I want to, like, get my time to, like a solidly replicable 12 minutes, I probably could sign up for GDQ or something. I don't know if I would do it right yet, but... Well, definitely not right yet, but... Okay, I've never got hit by that enemy before. Good grief. Oh, this level's dealing, like, a lot of damage to me right now. Like... I want to keep practicing it just because it feels like I'm not good enough at it, but... I may just stop after a couple more attempts, just because I should really be practicing this in my off time. I hate practicing this level so much now, just because it's got to a point, like, I used to love it so much, but it's gotten to a point where I'm able to actually process just how wrong these things can go. And it actually causes me, like, just extreme distress every time it goes wrong. Just because I start thinking to myself, like, wow, what if that happened during an actual run? Would that be horrible? Like, wow, what if I got stuck there during an actual run? Would that be embarrassing? Like, it's just a lot of that, I guess. Now, that was still a pretty solid run, aside from getting stuck there, but... Ugh. That keeps happening. Whatever I'm doing is apparently replicable. I guess I need to stop it, but... And that's a weird thing, and sometimes I won't have enough momentum to actually go past that spring, so whatever I'm doing with my jump is not preserving enough momentum to actually get me to the next part safely. And that's concerning, because that could lead me into the little grabber enemy. Okay, just a few more times, and then I'll try and actually... What's the next thing I need to practice? I need to practice Quartz Quadrant 2 a little bit. And maybe Tidal Tempest 2 a couple times as well. You know, that was actually a pretty solid time of that level. I hit the second time post, but then I was instantly stopped by the speed shoes. So, like, that actually... For what it's worth, I think the top runner might be onto something by using that strategy. Not that I think that they're an idiot, but, like, you know... Okay, I think that should just be it for that level. I'm sick of playing that level. I hate it so much. It's stressful, and even if it's a little bit messed up right now, I could do better. I could do worse, I guess. Okay, Quartz Quadrant. Just because of that weird little part with, like, the spring in the narrow area. Wait a minute. So landing on Sprite seems to do something different than landing on actual level terrain. You can see this in certain points where it's like, you know, with like, especially with platforms like in, like, what is it, like Wacky Workbench and stuff like that, and also on like crumble platforms. Like, this is also very demonstrated on like, what is it, like, Metallic Madness 2, I think, is a good example where, like, what am I trying to say? Like, even if you don't touch the top of a sprite and, like, get your foothold on it, they'll still, like, sometimes snap you on the top of it, and then you'll be able to jump almost instantly. I think it works that way with that spring right there. Like, I believe on the world record run, they jump in just the right way where they can jump, and they land almost instantly on that spring and jump within, like, a fourth of a second afterwards, and still manage to, like, jump diagonally past that little, like, little area, get to the speed shoes instantly. Oh yeah, happy early birthday. And welcome back, also. So I guess it may just be a good, like, safety measure to just jump there, because I'm pretty sure if I jump an extra time, I'll just instinctively, like, catch onto that spring, and, like, instead of getting hit by it, I'll just jump off of it. And at worst, I think it might just, you know, slow me down a little bit, but it'll also make the part a little bit more safe to handle, I guess. Oh, that's exactly what happened to me. Like, sometimes I jump up through that part so smoothly, but it's actually too smooth. Like, if I do that like that, then I want to not just jump through that clearly, because it leads to the worst thing for me, where I jump through, hit that reverse polarity on the conveyor belt, and then spring past the speed shoe. So it's like, I'm doing something to hamper my speed, and I'm doing something to accidentally blow past the thing that also helps me speed up. Like, it's a lose-lose situation. If anything, it's just, this level is also, like, it requires a lot to get more than under, like, 31 seconds, but it just, it's a shame, because as I get better at certain levels, I start realizing that other levels are kind of lacking in my comparison. So, like, this is kind of one that's, like that. And it's weird, because even levels that are, like, theoretically good, like, good levels for me, I will still have this issue with, where I'm just like, suddenly even though they started off as being one of my finest levels, they'll graduate into being worse compared to the other ones I know. So, like, it's like a constant thing about to keep trying to make sure that I'm actually able to do every level consistently. It's probably just a matter of perspective, because I don't even think I'm doing the levels slower. It's just that they, you know, because other levels are getting better and this one isn't, then it feels like I'm just doing worse at it. Though, I guess I kind of am being a bit lazy, because I have the potential to get, like, 27 on this level, and I should be able to get slightly lower than that, honestly. I'm kind of exhausted. I don't know if I'm gonna actually do runs. Like, I want to. Like, I want to get more under my belt, but like... Yeah, I don't know what's up with that one, too, because... Usually bouncing off that speed shoes thing will put me, like, past that spring that stops my momentum, but for some reason it didn't. I don't know what's up with that. I mean, my approach must just be weird, but... Oh hey, that's a record. Nice. Okay, I can get better than that, honestly. But it's good to see that apparently I still can play the level good. Doing that jump while pressed against the wall also is bad because you don't have enough forward momentum to actually get to the speed shoes. But just conveniently enough forward momentum to get to the spring that pushes you past the speed shoes. Okay, I'm jumping too far forward with that one as well. Like, this level's actually pretty easy, but it has a few difficult points that kind of make it, like, a lot harder than it really has to be. Okay. Okay, I guess I need to just do that part a bit better because I keep... how do I say it? Like, I'm not supposed to actually spin dash into that part, so I'm going to that part with too much speed when I should just be, like, doing kind of just a running stance. Because spin dashing in there, I do it just to regain my momentum, but it also puts me in a bad spot in that little tunnel because I have a bit too much full momentum. I'm not really able to, like, get rid of it. You know, I never processed that there's an enemy there. Apparently there is, and it doesn't really matter that much, but... Okay, That enemy just taking one for the team, I guess, okay? That's something that's never happened to me before, but, like, it's happened to me again tonight. Oh, I shouldn't jump on that. That's a bit of a tricky part of the level, is actually, like, getting enough speed to just gracefully roll onto that box and just break it open instantly. Like, this level is all about the subtleties and intricacies of doing everything. Like, this beginning part is a bit tough. It's even harder in, you know, when the time travels here, like... So, like, this level is simple, but it's also... There's a bit more finesse than it actually looks like that it's kind of hard to replicate all in one go. Like, jumping there is a bit volatile, because if I jump too late, I'm gonna not jump and I'm gonna hit the spring. But if I jump too early, I'm actually gonna fly through that part way too smoothly and, like, you know, either hit that or, like, jump entirely past, you know, the speed shoes and whatnot. I just don't know if I'm up to do this run today. I might try it anyway, just to see how it can go, but like... Let's see. One last thing before I just try and start a run, I guess. Let's see, where is it? The water jet, good god, it just... Why? It's such a little subtle thing that can go wrong, but sometimes that last water jet just creeps on screen and absolutely messes up my little route. Overall, the important part is just I get the time travel in. It's like, that was the part that I flopped on last run. Okay, kind of a sloppy descent. Hitting the walls there kind of ruins my momentum. I also didn't jump there properly. Okay. I mean, it's not the worst it could be, but considering I can get a time that's like top 3 if I just do everything right. Oh, I really closed the game, didn't I? I guess that time's on me, but it's just like, please, just a yes or no would very much suffice for me. Hold up. Okay, right. That's what I was gonna do also. I was gonna... Just because I need to practice it a bit more. Okay. I think I jumped a little bit too late on the first one, so... I'm not even gonna give that a chance, just because I really messed up that beginning part. And the beginning part is also important, because, like, sure, you know, the boss is a lot trickier, but there's no reason I have to be wasting seconds on a level that's easy aside from the boss, honestly. Okay, just one more time, because this level is very much a concern for me, but... Ooh. Just jumped in the wrong spot, I think. I grabbed the wrong bubble, and if I do that, then ultimately the whole setup doesn't matter. Really, I might just try and do a few runs after this, just because, like, I feel maybe just doing a little skill test on how I'm doing right now might be interesting. Oh, I use a PS5 controller. It's on Windows, by the way, so I have to use it, like, Steam has support for it, but it works pretty good. It's good for games like this, where, you know, D-pad is more front and center. But I find it to be a little bit more troubling for things like Smash likes, where the analog sticks are very much rooted into how I play the game, and having them be in the DualShock position is very concerning to me. Oh man, what am I doing wrong here? Well, like, the DualShock has a better analog stick than the other thing I have, which is just an Xbox controller. The Xbox controller's analog stick is way too clicky, like, but the D-pad on the... Hold up. What am I messing up there? But like the analog stick on the PS5 controller is a lot smoother and more just kind of, I guess soft might be the right word. Not soft in as in like the buttons, but just like in how the sounds it makes. Like it's not like click and whatnot. I don't feel like I'm making a lot of noise, and it still is very responsive and nice, so... Plus, like, not having the diagonal options there is kind of nice, especially with games like this. What am I doing wrong here? I'm too far to the right, I think. And maybe I'm not jumping for that second bubble fast enough. I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. It's a dangerous game because if I'm too far to the left, then I'm gonna, like, not get the right setup either. I just want to... My goal is I need to make sure that this is a consistent level for my runs, because... What am I doing wrong? It's bothering me, because I'm so out of whack today, and... At this point, I kind of don't want to do runs, but I kind of want to do them anyway, just because I don't want to be gate-kept by Tidal Tempest 1, or Tidal Tempest 3, sorry. I feel like my two extremes as a person are, I can do everything perfectly on the first try, and that kind of drops off after that, or I can't do anything right for, like, any of the day. I'm not even really complaining, it's just... I keep doing the wrong setup. Whatever it is, I keep doing it, so... What? I'm sounding like a broken record right now. I'm just very bothered by this. I don't know how to fix it, I guess. I just was having a really good day yesterday. This is fine, okay. Oh, I'm exhausted. I kind of want to just, like, I want to just do a run after I get this, but I But at this point, I don't think I'm ever going to get a run out, because this is just, like, not going well right now. Oh. I'm so bored. I don't even want to play this. That's the hard part about this level, is this level sucks to practice. Like, this beginning part is so disengaging, and it's hard to actually focus on good boss strategies, just because the level kind of it's just engaging enough that I can't actually keep my thought process for the boss and what I want to do on it. So, like, I need to be on guard for the first part, but then by the time I reach the boss, I've just kind of forgotten everything about, like, my last run at it. Oh, man. I kind of want to just call it a night, honestly, but I also want to run the game, so I'll try a few attempts, and if it doesn't go anywhere, I'll end the stream. Really, even if I get messed up that boss, I'll probably just keep going, just because I need to try and get a good feel for all these levels. That level's kind of its own thing, and it's one of those things where even when I know how to do all the levels on call, that one just kind of isn't one of those levels. I don't even know if I'm fatigued, it's just that whatever's the thing, my brain isn't really, like, processing this game right now. I'm not really tired, I kind of woke up late, and I got enough rest, but yeah, sometimes I have very high points, but I also have very, very low points, because, like, it's kind of just a... I mean, I get that's how everybody goes, but I feel like mine are a little bit more volatile. Because, like, as shown by yesterday, I have a very high potential of being good at this game. Like, 1302, almost exceptional times on almost all the levels, and I mean, hey, that's really cool, but it's also like sometimes I'm just not able to actually keep up that pace, and well, most of the time actually. I kind of have to fall back on just having a dull sense of muscle memory, but usually I'm waiting for that one good, like, spark of inspiration to really get a run going. And not every day does that come around, I guess, so... So maybe I'll try to do a good... Hold up, that's... Excuse me, what? The spring... Or, that bumper has actually never failed on me before. So... Okay, now I'm concerned about that. I just have a tendency to fall into weird new things, I guess. That's also a problem, like, if I didn't have that spring, if I didn't have that flipper, like, there to... You know, I feel like I'm just gonna end the stream, because I've actually been trying to get over there, and my body is saying no. So, like, I physically can't process where these springs are, and it's yeah. Thank y'all for watching and hanging out. Hopefully tomorrow works better. Kind of was a bit thrown off. Was seeing people talk about OBS like having like virus counterparts to it, and somebody made a joke about like the version I have like mess being like a virus or something, malware, and for some reason I just not reading that it was a joke. I just fully believed it, and I feel I uninstalled my thing and messed everything up, but I got everything fixed. But it's I've just been kind of having a weird day with my mindset, but um I'll try and get all rested up so that I can actually do a good stream tomorrow. Thank y'all for hanging out, and yeah, y'all have a good night.